Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our pretty short webinar tonight, Zoom webinar. I'd like to welcome everybody to this learning session tonight. I am Olivia Fernandez Bernabe. I am one of the co-founders of Syzygy. Syzygy is an astronomical name. It's a term that describes an alignment of three heavenly bodies. So that could be the moon, the earth, and the sun. But in Syzygy, we align values such as the optimal health, optimal wealth, and optimal self or personal development. Tonight, welcome, because we're going to talk about optimal wealth. However, this is part and parcel of our whole program, holistic program, where we search for, identify, and develop people in these areas that I just mentioned about using online and offline events. So tonight is like the tip of an iceberg. I've been involved in Syzygy as an industry for 28 years. So I can't talk about all of that in one short meeting, but I can give you an overview. You see, we're looking for people who are looking for us. We're trying to identify people with the same values and ideas as we have. And if you're here the first time or you're looking at this program again, you don't really fully understand it, well, get back to whoever invited you and they can help you sort things out, answer your questions. But the person who invited you actually thought highly of you and qualified you as a potential participant or member of our community, if you will. So let's move on. We're going to talk about optimal wealth tonight. And what does that really mean to you? Ryan, are you going to turn the page? Oh, there. I'm being assisted by my partner, my son, Ryan Fernandez. So I'm going to just ask you a very important question. Perhaps you've come back from work, from traffic, you're stressed out. So the question is, what does your ideal life look like? Where would you like to live? What would you love to do first thing in the morning? What kind of causes do you want to support? How would you spend your time? With family, with friends? Would you like to travel the world, not just once a year, maybe 4 times a year? If you can stretch your imagination, dear friends, what does it really look like to you if all things were possible? If you had the abundance of resources called time and money. But what's stopping you? It's the lack of the money, it's the lack of time, or maybe even both, right? Now, again, these are very important commodities, time and money. I would think that a lot of people, if not everybody, tomorrow morning, they're getting up in the morning because they want to have more time with family or more money. So these two commodities are so rare. I mean, not rare, but hard to get as much as you want. Like time is limited, money is limited. Well, let's move on as you imagine, okay? A very successful business author and business guru, Robert Kiyosaki, wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And if you're not familiar with the book, let me just describe to you what he talked about there. He had a rich dad, he had a poor dad. His poor dad was his biological dad who studied so hard, became highly educated, and worked all his life and died broke. Worked as employee. And the other dad was a dad of his best friend. That dad dropped out of school. He never really worked in a corporation or for somebody else. He worked for himself. And when he died, he was one of the richest men in Hawaii, where they lived. So this is a true story by best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki. And he explains why. Very interesting. There are only four ways in the world that people make money. On the upper left hand, you see employee, you trade time for money, you have a boss. And pretty much your life is a default. You cannot design it because you have what we describe as a golden handcuffs. You can't decide where you will be tomorrow morning because tomorrow is a work day. You have to ask permission from someone. On the lower left is a self-employed. They don't have a boss, but they're also they're self-employed. They have a boss, like they have clients, or they have a business that they run and they have to be there. And sometimes they don't own the business owns them. They trade time for money. Once they don't have the time, the money stops. This is called active income. On the right side of the quadrant, you have business owners. Not small business where you have to watch your business from morning till night and you don't have any time. A real business actually has a passive nature. You never see the owner around, but the business continues to provide an ongoing income. It's called an asset kind of business. Well, you're familiar with many assets, like if you had money in the bank, if you have rental property, but there are businesses that have been developed because of systems. I hope you're hearing me because I just got a notice that my internet is unstable. Am I okay? Just give me a thumbs up. Am I okay? You can hear me? Okay. So, by the way, I'm encouraging you to open your camera so we can see you. It doesn't mean you have to be all dolled up and dressed up. We just want to see you for more interaction during our online meeting. So really appreciate that if you can open your cameras. So also the business, actually another source of passive income are investments. Like what I said, you have money in the bank, you have rental property, and an income stream that comes in whether or not you go to work. Now, as I describe this as simply as I can, I'm sure we all agree. We all want to be on the right side. We all want to have that abundance of time and money. But how in the world do you move? Because 90% of the world is on the left side. How do you move from the left to the right? Well, the way you do it is to learn things that the people on the right side know that you don't know. Unfortunately, if you go to school, and very expensive to get educated, is it right? The people on the right side, they don't teach it. Even if you go to school, the people teaching you are actually also employed. But there is a way, and there are vehicles. Let me talk to you about a vehicle that we use. And I'm going to describe it simply, as simple as I can and as quickly as I can. Obviously, you can't really grab and digest all of this in one sitting. In 1996, I met a group of professionals from America, and I worked with a 22-year-old to learn about and to develop this business, which today is our family business with my second generation partner, my son. It's low capital, it's low risk. You actually use your discretionary time. It can run parallel to the most toxic career. We follow a proven system whereby mistakes were made hundreds and thousands of times, and that these mistakes were studied to make sure that it's a mistake so we can avoid it. That's what a system is about. Just like, for example, if you want to get in the burger business, you want to have a successful burger restaurant, you can start from scratch and make all the mistakes, or you can follow the McDonald's business system. We have a system similar to that here, but it's not a franchise. Because when people hear franchise, it's kind of scary. You need a lot of money. Okay. Next. What does our industry look like? Our industry uses something that's constantly flowing and constantly growing and cannot be disrupted by any kind of calamity, God forbid, natural, man-made, any kind of crisis, even war does not disrupt this flow of money. It's called anyway money. It's the money that people use for basic essential stuff that they use every day. Everybody, whether there's a crisis or there's a something out there, people still need to eat. They need to take a bath. They need to wash their clothes. And when you look at how you purchase these, how you spend your anyway money, it actually flows through a supply chain. A manufacturer produces a product and goes through the wholesaler, and the wholesaler actually passes this on to a retailer and to you, the end customer. Now, in 1959, next page, two very enterprising men in America, also in their 20s. So there's something about being young, huh? They decided to create a community and create an experiment that would eliminate wholesalers and retailers and instead grow a community that would flourish because it actually earned money that the middlemen made in the form of bonuses, rebates, in short, income. And because the flow was permanent, because people always use their anyway money for basic essentials, the whole idea of developing this flyover shortcut distribution, if you will, has the very nature of creating a passive flow of income. So let's look closer in the next few pages. How does that work? Well, first of all, we partner with a very huge manufacturing company, 900 plus patents, present and pending, 500 specialists, 200 plus advanced degrees. You can read that. 100 plus markets and territories all over the world, nationwide delivery all over the Philippines and also in each individual market that we're involved with, a state-of-the-art manufacturing, AAA credit rating, one of the most respected high-integrity companies that I have ever partnered with. A company of this size and stature would normally not do business with me or with any of you. They would do business with SM or Ayala. It's a multi-billion big company, manufacturing company. But for some strange reason, it does not. It does business only with individual aspiring business owners, giving them the opportunity to create a different kind of income and a different kind of lifestyle when there was really no opportunity for ordinary people to go into big business. This manufacturer company is the Amway Corporation. Next page. And I'm a very proud partner of the Amway Corporation because it stands for very high integrity and very high quality. 8.8 billion US dollars in sales in 2021. 60 going 70 years of experience in 100 plus markets all over the world. Pretty much older than many of you in this Zoom call. And not a single market has ever closed down. Next. So I'm very, very happy to be partnered with them. And they will not do business with any other company but ourselves. Next. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next page. Uh, let's look closer at what brands are we so proud of. Nutrilite is the #1 selling vitamin and dietary supplement brand in the world. That is a proven fact. Now, it is also the only company that grows, harvests, and concentrates plant from its 100% certified organic farms. Now, supplementation may seem like it's all the same. You like vitamin C is all the same. No, it's not. 18 to 90% of the vitamin C that you get out there is made from 100% synthetic material. Did you know that? The real powerful vitamin C you want is from plant, and it comes with many other phytonutrients in that God put in the plant, and in our vitamin C is an acerola cherry, so that it becomes more potent because of the synergy of the different thousands of phytonutrients that God created in a cherry. Nothing synthetic. And I could say that with all the so many exciting supplements that we have in the Philippines today. You can see some of them. We have heart health. We have all plant protein. We have meal replacement shakes for weight management. We have kids vitamins, omega-3 of very high quality. We have coming into the market a probiotic. Did you know that your immune system begins in your gut, and that if your gut is unhealthy, you're not able to digest the nutrients that you put in your diet. So the gut is so important. I'm so happy that probiotic is launching here very soon, and more. Next. We also own the distribution rights to develop a healthy, it's B vitamins base, healthy, no artificial substances, no calories, no sugar drink, energy drink. And so instead of having your Red Bull or even your soda, which is 16 teaspoons of sugar, this is so yummy. It's so refreshing. Excess. And then, of course, radiola, which is for energy when your mind is tired, but you need, your body's tired, but your mind needs to remain sharp. Muscle multiplier coming into the market soon. Very exciting because I found out that we lose muscle mass at the rate of 10% per decade of life, starting with 30 years old. So if you're 30-ish, you've already lost perhaps a substantial percentage of body protein, muscle mass, unless you're doing weights or you're taking in a lot of protein. But anyway, that's going to be another talk. I'm very passionate about health, but I'm also very passionate about preventing sickness. The best way that you prevent sickness or face these lifestyle illnesses is not to have it in the first place. Next. Of course, we also have skincare. Artistry is one of the top 5 skincare brands in the world. Also very safe ingredients and more. We have basic commodities, basic stuff like, next picture, please. Shampoo, toothpaste, mouthwash, lotion, on and on and on. And we have baby lotion and shampoo launching very, very soon. So our market actually covers babies, moms, teenagers, all the way to the older, older members of our population. We also own a very, very high tech, this we own the distribution rights for eSpring, okay, which is a very high high technology water filter system that makes your water taste like spring water. And SA8 laundry detergent, disinfectant pursue, liquid organic cleaner, so safe in your house you can actually drink it. It will clean wherever you go. And dish drops, organic too, dishwashing. Next. We also have agricultural products, there are about 7 or 6 of them, and they actually help farmers increase their yield, lessen the use of chemical in the environment, and save money. So we have an advocacy for environment as well. Next. You have 2 choices. You can be an exclusive shopper and enjoy free delivery, 100 days money back guarantee. There's so many promos, you can take advantage of that. Just be a shopper, just like SM Rewards. I mean, SM on a Lazada or Shopee. Or you can be a shopper and an entrepreneur at the same time, and that's ABO. AES, Amway Exclusive Shopper, is free. Okay. When you purchase a certain amount, I think 2,000, you get a welcome treat of lots of free products. An entrepreneur is 1,000 to be registered. But the minute you're registered, you immediately receive a welcome box with so many exciting samples, the one you see there. So there is a membership, and the box is actually more than 1,000, maybe 2,000 pesos worth. So panalo ka pa rin. Next. Now, how is money made? Quickly, every product has a point. Every time you shop, it's about 50 points. 50 pesos is equal to 1 point. As people shop, points accumulate, and at the end of the month, the computer system of Amway gives you a rebate. How do you shop? You can shop online. It's 100% online, just like Lazada. But you can also go to a shop where you can see, touch, and smell product. It depends on where you live. Manila is in Makati. Next. Now, you get a rebate as points go up. So 200 points, you get 3%, 600 points, 6%, 1,200 points, 9%, all the way to 21%. Of course, the goal is to help you and to teach you, because we have a program for that, to help you get to 21%. Why? There's exciting income to be made. A 21%er would make about 70, 80,000 pesos a month with a stable, structured business without leaving a full-time job. But you know what? Maybe if you made that kind of side hustle money as a beginning, in about 2 3 years or 2 years, maybe you're not going to go back to your job, right? Because that's a beginning point and you can actually grow even bigger. At 21%, you also begin to qualify for in all expense international paid trips. And last December, it was in Hawaii. And in April, the next trip is going to be in New Zealand. And in December again, there's going to be a trip in Sydney, Australia. On and on and on. I know you love to travel. So much more traveling for free. Next. So what happens to these points? How do you actually generate points? The first one is to switch. So you shop. You shop from your own business and you shop online. and everything is delivered to you free for if there's a certain amount, a minimum, but if not, then you just pay about $100 for the delivery, which is really much less than maybe Lazada or Shopee. So next, as you grow your points, maybe you'd like to share. And what do I mean by sharing? If you have a presence in social media and you have a lot of friends, you know what? You can share your experience. You can talk about the wonderful vitamins. You can talk about the meal replacement. You can talk about excess. You can talk about the lipstick, whatever it is. And you can share a link or QR code to your friends. And if they'd like to buy that too, guess what? You make money. Let's look at how we call this affiliate marketing. You become an influencer. And isn't that what we're all doing today? We're always on our phones, we're always watching something, and we're watching influencers talk about product as part of their lifestyle. They're not paid to advertise a product, but because they carry a product, they love a product, they use a product, make a purchase, you register a customer, they like it, customer makes a purchase, they get your link, they shop online. You didn't send the product to them. Amway delivers the product. You don't keep inventory. Next. There you go. So all the logistics is Amway, and you actually get paid 10%. 10% immediately. Do you even know that people are shopping? No, you don't know. But do you get paid? Yes, you do get paid every month. This is all tracked by a computer system. The third, and this is going to start by March, this new program, which we encourage you to be influencers, okay? You influence people, you influence your friends, your families, your coworkers. So next, what if you could duplicate yourself? What if you could actually find other people who want to switch, who want to share, just like what you did, becoming an influencer, and also want to duplicate? So if you think of that, you can imagine that your community of entrepreneurs is now growing exponentially, and your income is pretty much unlimited. But of course, you need a science to make this happen. This is not just waving your arms and signing people up. It never sticks that way. Being around 28 years, we follow a system that can create predictable success. Next. If you're an influencer, you know what? You can make as much as 20,000 a month. You get 10% for every shopping that is made through your link. Exciting. But if you duplicate and try to find other entrepreneurs, other influencers, you could make 80, 100K a month and beyond. I don't want to talk about numbers that's going to get, it's just too big. But potentially, I'll repeat, there is no limit to the money that can be made. Now, next, this is all done and possible only because we have a system. Without the proven system, then I couldn't speak tonight because wouldn't know what to do. I followed the system starting 1996. It involves a mobile app where you can practically turn your phone into a university of learning and use your unproductive time, make it productive, and get an education that could make you millions of pesos. We have live events. We just finished one last weekend. We were only in Mindanao, but the next one is happening in June. No, the next big event from Manila is happening in March. It's going to be in AIM. And the next big event is going to happen in Davao in June. So there's this online events and offline events. The more important meetings are the live events. Like now, I have very little ability to teach you because I'm just talking to a laptop. But if we were all together, we could actually shake hands and talk and interact with each other more. And of course, uh, the combination of offline and online meeting is called the watch party. So we can show streaming in your home with your friends. So you have the interaction of people together, maybe bonding and eating at the same time learning. That's the way we want to learn. Okay. So Network 21 is my system, my proven system. Next. So we're ending. Ideal business for today's world. You are in the right place at the right time. If you're somebody who wants to make a little money, or you're somebody who wants to move from the left side to the right side so you can be totally free and design your life, then let's talk. Go back to the person who invited you. Continue to learn. Take little baby steps. Own your own business with low cost and low risk. World's number one company in the world in this industry is your partner. You have a support coach, the person who invited you or someone in the team. You will find out who will make more money as you succeed. So they have a vested interest. And we're using a proven system that can have predictable success. Imagine a life with more choices and less worries. But don't just imagine it. Learn how to achieve it because it is doable.